everybody, and welcome back to day 2. So the only thing you're gonna need today is a tea towel. So go now and get one. And I have mine that I brought from home, which is this one. Now you're just gonna take it like that, and we're gonna plant it on the floor. So we're gonna be using this in every single exercise. So we're doing the same as yesterday, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. So you always get that little bit of rest in between, and then I can also show you the next exercise. Okay, place it down, and let's go. So the first one, we're just gonna jump from one side to the other. There, there. So it's okay if you hit the towel. I mean, who cares? We're just gonna put it in the laundry afterwards anyway. So the same as I said yesterday with the squat jumps, watch. You're not landing and then bending down. So really try to land in that squat, take off from that squat. Now, if you find these lateral jumps a little bit too difficult, literally just come here, bend it down, bring it back up. Just watch that torso. So it's not about your torso coming forwards, it's about that bend. Okay, so shake your legs. Now we're gonna take that towel. We're just gonna move it forwards. We're coming down into a high plank, and we're just gonna walk over it. So what we're trying to do here is watch that our wrists are underneath our shoulder. So as you're doing it, it's straight underneath. Go with me. And just keep on walking side to side. Because as soon as you bring that wrist further than the shoulder, it's just now too much on the shoulder and less on the core. So it is for your upper body, but we really want to focus on that core. And every time I stop, you don't stop. So you just keep on going, and then just listen to my voice. So we have 12 seconds. And the same thing as with the plank yesterday. If you feel like you're moving too much, just open up your legs. There. Well done. So breathe, we're coming back up. We're moving that towel a little bit, and we're just gonna lunge to either side of it. So we're just starting here, bring it into a lunge, bring it back on the other side. So get those shoulders back, engage your core. Go. One side, other side. Now just watch, you're not coming to this way, so think your weight is always coming up and in the center of your legs. So we're not moving forwards with the leg, we're thinking more of the back leg dropping down and bending. Bring it back, there we go. And as you go back, think it's your core that's bringing you back as well. So we work our core in every single exercise. There we go, shaking. Okay, I just did my right. Okay, so we're doing the other leg. Absolutely the same thing. We're watching them coming on either side of the tea towel. And yeah, just think of those shoulders, keep them back, think of that core. Because sometimes people think that you only work your core, go with me, if you're doing specific core exercises, which is not true. The best way to work your core is while you're doing leg exercises, jumps, upper body exercises, because that is how your core works. Your core is a connector, it's not a separate identity. So it works with everything else. And that's how we train it. There we go, just keep on going. So I just keep on bringing that knee down, all the way down to the floor. Back up. If you find that hard, just go less. There we go. Breathe. Shake that body a bit. We're coming back down. So now we're just gonna come down into a plank, and we're gonna be moving that tea towel sideways. Obviously not like this. We're gonna be in a full plank. Okay, bring it down. So I'll move it to the right with the right hand, then to the left with the left hand. So this is just to make that plank a bit harder, So you have to focus on those core and on keeping those hips still, because the core works by going against the movement as well. So that's what we're doing now. We're doing lots of movement and having the core to really engage to go against that movement. So that's gonna make it really strong. Okay, keep on going with me. Open those legs wider. If you're moving too much, well done. Now breathe, have some water. You know the exercises now. And we're just gonna be doing them one more time. So get that T-toe all nice and neat. Have a breather, we're coming back into those jumps. Just one more round. So we're halfway there. Bring it down, jump in. So check where your torso is. So often, the biggest mistake is thinking this is the movement that you're doing, instead of this is the movement that you're doing. So your torso is only coming forwards because your bum is going back. So it's not the torso that leads the movement, it's the bum sitting down that leads the movement. So just think of that chair far behind you. The same thing as I said before, if you're getting too tired, just stop with the jumps, come into squats. Breathe. Bring that T-toe a little bit further forward. We're coming back into that high plank. All the way down. Check on all your things, shoulders back, core is in. Breathe, get into the position. There we go. So same thing, watch the wrists are always underneath the shoulders. So don't move it forwards. And with your core, if you're starting to do it like that, and you go, okay, it hurts my lower back, it's because of that. So please, just keep it higher up. So constantly think it's high up, in that plank line, because this is for your core. Same thing, open it up. If you get really tired, just come here. It's better to do it like this than to start doing it like that. There we go. Rest it again. Breathe. If you want water, have water. Obviously have water whenever you want. And if you need a bit of an extra break, then just take that extra break. Because I would rather you stop than to give up. Okay, we're taking it to the side. There. There. So it's always fine to take extra breaks, but just don't leave. Just finish those 10 minutes. And if you needed extra breaks and you finish those 10 minutes, after you finish, don't be beating yourself up about taking extra breaks. Just compliment yourself on finishing those 10 minutes and then come back tomorrow. There we go. Just keep on going sideways. Watch that core. There we go. Shake it. Other leg. So when you get tired, just keep on checking on your posture. Keep on checking on your breathing, and also don't think of all the exercises that we have left. Just think, do you know what? I'm just gonna get to the end of these 40 seconds and then I have a break. There we go. So just break it down a bit, because it's easier to get through one thing than thinking, oh my God, I have to get through 5 things. So just always start with one. There we go. Side, keep on bringing that knee down. Now, if you find it hard to take it sideways, literally you can come into a static lunge and just think you're bringing that knee slightly down, bringing it up. That's fine as well. There's loads of different things you can do, and I will keep on talking about it. Well done. But just don't walk away and then feel like you could have done more. Okay, breathe with me again. We just have one more. So take it down. We're coming into that plank where we're moving it to the side. So just check on the shoulders. Open your legs. Keep them as wide or as narrow as you need. The narrower you take the legs, the harder it's gonna be. So you choose. But I only want you to do that if you can keep it the entire time. If you start feeling it in your back, open up your legs, because then it's not a core exercise anymore. Now you're just aggravating your back, and that we don't want. Keep on moving in. Keep the core really in. We just have 10 more seconds, then you're finished for the day. So don't stop when you have 3 seconds left. Well done, everybody. So day 2 is finished, and I will see you tomorrow.